Hey y'all, it is your favorite nerdy girl here, Nerdygirlreviews. I know it's been a minute. I've been on hiatus, but I had to come on here like everybody else. What a performance, Mr. Bad Bunny. He did his thing. This was the Benito Bowl. This was not, no, this was not the Super Bowl. We did not tune in for that football game. We were tuning in to watch history take place, and that's exactly what happened. Um, Everything from the song selections to the cameos to the symbolism. I mean, that was full on Latino representation. And it hit everybody every day. Even though our cultures are diverse and our dialects are diverse, we were all Puerto Rican. We were all Puerto Rican today. And I would just want to give a shout out to the New York Latino Film Festival. That's where I got my merch from. But yes, you can have admiration for other cultures. You don't have to necessarily be of that culture to feel complete and utter pride. I mean, not to mention that, like, he was able to revive one of our classic songs from like the 1970s, I think, or 1980s when El Gran Combo had Un Verano en Nueva York, and he was able to rework that and sample that and breathe new life into it and make it his own that people don't even realize. I mean, I've been seeing on YouTube, there was viewing parties, and you're seeing a bunch of people who are not even Latino, and they're grooving to it. So it's almost like, I don't want to do comparisons to Beyonce, but paying homage to these people that really set the foundation. Like some of us really just have that spark and have that natural ability of really taking it there, doing these. There's no like barriers to crossing over. And and everybody, like, I knew that when I saw his concert. I wish I would have seen it in person, but I saw it on Prime Video. And that instance when he brought out Mark Anthony, I felt like that was like a moment there. Like I said, oh, that is. And Mark definitely did his crossover thing, but this is the first time, much like Bad Bunny's win last week with the Grammys, it's the first time that album of the year is awarded to an album that is in full Spanish. It is not in English. It was just last year that Beyonce got album of the year, and she's been in the industry for what, 20 plus years, and she just got it. She had gotten other Grammys, and so has he, in Latin categories. So when he brought up Mark Anthony for that concert, I felt, oh man, a torch is being passed, because Mark did his thing. But unfortunately, for a lot of us that are or have been in the entertainment business or have pushed for the entertainment business, there's always that boundary, that blocker of, like, if you aren't assimilated enough, or if you are not quote unquote American enough, you can't break that barrier. And he did that. He did it unapologetically himself. He has always embraced his culture. He's always mentioned his culture. There's always been nuances in all his videos. And again, I can't even front, because I do feel like he's more of like a younger crowd music. But this album, I think he was able to like surpass his usual fan base. He was able to gravitate to a number of people, and it didn't matter the age, it didn't even matter the race, it didn't even matter if the language was understood. Like, there's some of us, I think the last instance of glimmer of a person possibly having no blockages and doing their crossover thing was Selena. And that was like 30 plus years ago. If she had not passed so early, I think she could have done that. But he's taken it to a new level, and I appreciate him because he acknowledges like who came before. Gran Combo, Mark Anthony. He brought on not Mark Anthony, Ricky Martin. Menudo, you know what he had to do? And his crossover of what he had to do, and yet he still had to appease to an American, quote unquote American uh lens. And he is American. We're talking about Americans here. Bad Bunny is American. Puerto Rico is part of the United States. Ricky Martin is American. Hello. So the fact that all of that was in this performance, I mean, 10 out of 10, 10s across the board. Not to mention, I will bring this we had cameos. We had Lady Gaga, for heaven's sake. Not for nothing too, I loved that they remixed her song with Bruno Mars. I forget what it's called, like, if the world was ending, I want to be next to you. I forget the title of it. Beautiful version, rework of that song. Why wasn't Bruno there? Hello? You are 25% Puerto Rican. Come on. I'm not going to hate, though. But that was beautiful. And we saw Cardi B. We saw Carol G. We saw Pedro Pascal. Get it. I saw you dancing in La Casita. That was awesome. And then the cherry on top, there were instances. There was every culture under the rainbow was there. Every flag was waved from every country. His bangers that have gotten him successful. And then that, oh my God, there's an instance of, they play a clip of last week when he won Album of the Year. And it's a little mini TV, and he steps out and I think breaks the fourth wall and is able to like hand over his Grammy to this cute, adorable boy. That little boy that you're like, oh, you know, that's setting for the future, right? Of leaving a good, positive image for that boy at some future point to take on the torch that he's and the legacy he's leaving behind. Do you know that's the boy that got deported? That broke my heart. Like, now it's like making rounds on Facebook and Instagram that I would, just thinking about it is going to make me cry. But that I hope that this performance replaces that horrible, traumatic experience for that little boy, because nobody at 5 years old should ever have to go through something like that. But it was just beautiful. And there was a message on the football that he was holding, and we are all Americans, and I couldn't be more prouder. I've been crying for majority of the day. The album hits on so many levels. If you have been going through grief, if you've gone through anything that he describes in that album, I'm trying to get it on vinyl. As you can see, I'm growing a little collection of vinyl records. So hopefully, I know that people have been telling me though that the pre-order is crazy, and if you didn't order in time, you're gonna wait months. But hey, records will still be produced, right? So I hope to do that. But I needed to get on here and describe what that was and how phenomenal it was, and how music really is universal. It really brings us together. I don't have to be necessarily Puerto Rican to connect. There's so many things in the lyrics and the lyrical content of what I'm hearing is enough. And for heaven's sake, I'm Latin. I can dance. I can follow a beat. So much like Bruno Mars, right? The recent song, "You Don't Have a Beat," is kind of sad. So yeah. But anyway, it's up on YouTube. It's one of the most top performances I've seen from the Super Bowl. And remember, I've had my culture represented. Shakira, when she did her thing with Jennifer Lopez, immense pride. And this is a close second. So kudos to y'all. Cheers to y'all. Amen. And God bless. And what a day to start the work week. Yes, we are all Boricuas this weekend. And God bless Bad Bunny. You did your thing, brother. Peace.